What's up, guys? Bo back again, hitting them with a double upload. I've been gone for too long, so in my last video will explain. But I wanted to go into just another topic. I've had a couple weeks off to do some thinking, and I think I know what my next topic is going to be. So this one has a little bit of a tie to faith or religion or whatever you want to call it, but stay with me on it because, regardless of what you believe in, I think this is an important topic. But there's a verse in the Bible that says, be slow to anger, be quick to listen. There's some other things in the verse, but those are the two that I want to focus on. Be slow to anger, quick to listen. Let's talk about anger. It's an emotion that we can feel a lot, mixed in there with some frustration, or there's other ways to describe it. It's not always anger, but I think, when I think of anger, for whatever reason, the one that I struggle the most with is road rage, or whatever you want to call it. Obviously, I think everybody probably does struggle with that. If you don't, then you might be the bad driver. But I've sort of realized, especially it's mostly when I'm just driving by myself because there's no one around to hear me. But it's still just a negative thing, like the fact that I'm, getting angry over someone who, isn't worth, it's not worth wasting my time getting angry over that. So I want to talk about anger. More specifically, this isn't therapy, but my views on anger and controlling it, or just being slower to anger. So I think there's some important language with the way that I'm going to explain this, and I'll break it down for you, but it's going to be a quick one. So I did hear something recently, and this is a good resource for you guys if you do want to either learn more or get deeper into your faith. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it's the Bryce Crawford podcast. A lot of you probably already know who that is, but he does these interviews, and so his most recent episode, the guy on the episode, I'll link it, he said the phrase, "You don't make me angry. I give you the power to anger me." I'll say it again. You don't make me angry. I give you the power to anger me. There's some important verbiage in there in the way that that's said that I think will help you to wrap your head around it, but it's not all that complicated. I think you already get the gist of it from just me saying it, but you have power over your own emotions, right? To a degree, if someone in your life is frustrating you with their actions, maybe they're not cleaning up after themselves, or maybe they're, doing whatever they know better. You have higher standards of them than they have of themselves, and maybe they're doing it intentionally. Maybe they know what they're doing. Maybe they don't, and it's still making you angry. It's just frustrating you day after day after day. One day you blow up on them. Is that the right reaction? Probably not. But there's important things to diagnose here. So you essentially, what the phrase that I was saying is, you allowed them to anger you. They cannot make you angry unless you let them. So when somebody is doing something that is frustrating you, and it's just slowly building into more than just frustration, because frustration is very fleeting, but anger is, now you're just taking it out on somebody. Anger does not just come on in an instant, right? It builds maybe over weeks. Like I said, if somebody's just been kind of pushing your buttons. This happens a lot with my younger brother, and if you guys have younger siblings, you'll probably understand what I'm saying. But that anger slowly builds, and then at some point you're just I've had enough. Now I feel like they deserve to hear it from me about this. Well, that's not true, because they didn't make you angry. You allowed what they were doing to anger you. So what I basically want you guys to get out of this is that, your reaction, all of that is controlled. Like, they're not making you yell at them. Yeah, sure. Are their actions bothering you, or are their actions potentially affecting things in your life? Yeah. But you have the ability to control, your anger. And so the point that I wanted to highlight there in the specific verbiage is, they don't make you angry. You allow them to anger you. And anger you, that part, is not like, it's not the same as you. I don't know how to explain this, but you just gotta like write it down or something. You can see it. Like, you allow them to anger you. You are doing the action there. They're not making you angry. You are allowing them to anger you. So the verbs in there are very clear, where you are the person that is doing the thing. So you're allowing them to do something that, they don't do. You're doing that. You're the one that's making yourself angry, but you're allowing them to do that to you. So I want you guys to take that, into this week, and maybe there's a situation that's been starting to make you angry in your life, and it's something that you need to address. So, maybe do some deep thinking about it. There you go. If you don't know, watch my last video. But let's get something positive out of this. Be slow to anger, quick to listen. Sometimes all it takes is stepping back and seeing, what's their opinion on this, what's going on with them, because we don't know what somebody's going through, right? So your roommate that's been leaving all their dishes in the sink, you don't know what they're going through. If you just took the time to ask them how their day was going, maybe you'd find something out about them that makes you more empathetic to them. Maybe you'll clean their dishes up. Maybe you'll just wait, but you'll just give them more grace, So basically what I'm saying is, we need to not let this anger, this emotion, just build until it, breaks off into something negative. Let's diagnose it. Let's do some deep thinking on it, so that we can create something positive. Because a lot of times the answer to what's causing your anger and how to fix it is right there. As soon as you step back, you're like, oh, the way that person's been treating me lately, maybe they've been, not timely when we're on our way to go places. Maybe the answer's right there, where you just gotta ask them, like, hey, can we be more on time? Because more often than not, especially if this is a person who, you're regularly interacting with, maybe they just didn't even realize that was affecting you. So communication was the issue. And so that anger, instead of letting it build until you're yelling at that person and now they're afraid, or now they don't want to hang out with you because they think you just kind of waited until it became a problem. Let's use that to build something positive. So that's pretty much all. I hope you guys have a great night, and look forward to more uploads soon. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you for supporting the previous videos, even though it's only a couple of them. I see all your comments. I'm hoping that we can just keep this rolling, and whoever wants to listen will listen. But have a good night. Bye.